for round 3 of the Indy Euro Series to the 2.4-kilometer long Charlotte Motor Speedway for the first of 3 oval races this season. A track that featured on the IES calendar last season and the first to make its return for season 2. And with the added element of stage points, it will surely make for an interesting development as the race progresses. For the second time here at Charlotte, and it's a good launch from Micah, not so good from his teammate. He's going to lose out a little bit into turn 1. It's Rodin Aftink, who has clinged up into second at the moment, as we have a little bit of a decent going on, but it's very, very tight, obviously. Now it's just a matter of who can get through this first part. Jake Williams looking aggressive on the inside into 3, and he's taken the lead ahead of the 2 Wouter Racing drivers. As you know, very, very close between, but Aftink does not want to stay back whatsoever. He's going on the offensive straight away, wanting to control the pack. A caution most certainly will be playing a big factor in this race, and we have the pass-bys as well, so it's just a matter of keeping the car in one piece as long as possible, I think. So let's see if he can make some magic of that, as I think we have our first retirement in Marcel Vogt. And as I said that, we have a caution, and that's Kirchenbauer, who's lost out a lot, I think. I wonder if he's kept the car going, though. Have a look at it right now, actually, and see what happened between the race leaders. And yeah, that's a big crash between the 2 of them. We look on board with Jake Williams. I mean, he's running basically as close to the wall as possible, so I think that's just maybe a bit of a racing incident between the 2 of them. Let's have a look at what happened with Jacob Burke, who also was one of the drivers that had a meatball flag, and I think he got collected as a result, into the side of Heitzma. Realistically, he didn't really have much to do here, as just see Heitzma there trying to get out the way and into the side of Burke, and into the pits he goes. 6/10 now, so I wonder if Gertz has got the wrong engine map on, actually, because he's right under pressure now from Micah Mixer, as Aman Lal has made a move up into 4th position. That's Filip Kovala, who has a black flag, and another caution has just been called out, and that was, I think, one of the drivers I was just talking about. That was Aman Lal and Tibor Zilagi into the pits. Let's see what happened. So just going into the side of Zilagi, that dirty air and the cold tyres not helping him whatsoever. And Mixer is going to look to make a move past Gertz into turn 1. And I think Aman Lal is looking to make that 2 positions lost for Gertz. And it is in fact that. The one thing you don't want to do is let the leader save fuel, because that's such a big factor here on these races. Because obviously, race leader, he may have the clear track, and we have another caution. We lasted 1 lap, everybody.
We're guessing it's going to be 30 laps at the most for the tank.
Oh, I think, sorry, that's Kate Bounceman in the wall. And there's a lot of caution. I believe this must be another caution. Yeah, we have actually had another caution. As we see 5-6 cars spinning around on the main straight, and oh my God, it's happened again.
Professor
Yeah. Oh no, don't tell me it's the teammates. I see Thomas Eng ahead of Thomas Eng. No, the incident has already happened in front, and this is Ewan Langley we're riding on board with. Does he make it through? He somehow does. Wow. As we'll look to see what happened here. So Bounceman down the inside of Vogelsang into 3. Looks like a car. Oh, there's contact between. Oh my God, that's Thomas Ryder Sikorsky. So first and second in the championship come together. Out of turn 4, as we again see the Thomas Eng car go flying straight over the top of Bounceman. The cars that you could think are teammates come together, and that's a big, big crash, and it's caught out, I think, 5 drivers. Isaac Fairweather still out without pitting, without a rear wing here, because then we'll certainly have our 4th caution of the night very, very quickly. He's losing a lot of time. I just hope that he can stay out of people's way and not cause another caution, as you know, we look on Isaac Fairweather, and off he goes. Oh God, oh no, he has collected someone. And that's exactly what I was saying, that I hoped and prayed wasn't going to happen, and we have another caution.
He free-fired.
What has happened here with Harry Ward? That is interesting.
So he obviously oversped, and then
I wonder if that is just retirement. It's happened again.
I was about to say under caution.
I don't know what to say. And that is Timo Gertz onto the back straight. There's a slower driver in front. Oh, that's Marcel Vogt! That is not how you enter the pit lane, and Timo Gertz has gone tumble dryer simulator into the wall. That was very, very, very dangerous from Marcel Vogt, and that is the result of it. We go green flag racing again for the 5th time this evening, and hopefully I wouldn't say anything else because I've jinxed it every time. It's been green flag for 1 lap anyway, so I'm very happy so far as we see one of the Team Thomas Eng cars right behind. I believe that is Merlin Ruvers, who is a little... It's actually, yeah, that is Ben Ford, in fact. So the Thomas Eng car that is not actually representing Thomas Eng in this championship. A bit weird, I have to say, but let's see how they decide to do it. Obviously, can only be 3 drivers maximum, Kevin Miller being the latest addition to the team running. Let me just double check again so I don't say it correctly. The team running 3rd in the team's championship at the moment. There are a few drivers that might be checking that fuel gauge as we run 3 wide into 3. Oh, they've just managed it so far. Vogelsang down the inside, but he is approaching a driver that was running. Oh, he's actually tapped the wall on the exit there. So they have to be careful, though. We saw what happened earlier with Sikorsky hitting the wall hard and bouncing right back onto the track. As we see Solovey now going around the outside, and there is that caution. Has this been the perfect time, though, for the likes of Lal? It is Micah Mixer at the front of the pack with Anthony Heitzma in 2nd. Yeah, as we go green flag racing again on lap 50, and it's Micah Mixer that has us leading onto said lap with Anthony Heitzma again dropping back ever so slightly. It is quite difficult though to get onto the race leader on those restarts because you've got that little bit of extra reaction time. You don't want to spin the tyres too much as Kate Boutsma now runs around the outside of Ben Sieber, and into P2 goes Solovey now past Heitzma. But does Heitzma want to attack him straight away, or do they want to, work together now, try and get as close as possible to the back of Micah Mixer? Because yet again, it's only 9 more laps until those stage points are being taken. So 3 retirements so far being Jacob Burke, Kieran Hendricks, Sikorsky, 4 retirements, unfortunately, and Harry Ward. So we've still got a strong 26 car lineup, and into the lead, importantly for himself, Solovey leads us on lap 60. But now it's going to be a straight fight as Kirchenbauer goes down the inside. He wants to be right behind his teammate as they approach the latter stages of the race. But can Solovey defend across the line? That is the question as they run a high line through 3 and 4. Everyone here on the grid wants to win. And for Solovey, who isn't, at the front of the championship so far, he's currently running 8th at the moment. He has 74 points to claw back.
Might be just going...
Oh, there's a driver that's gone sideways on the main straight. Have they kept it up? No, they haven't. Don't want to say it. I think that is teammates coming together. I'm not too sure if that was Chloe Lord or not. The M-Plower teammates come together, and that's that white line. And that's how quickly it can go. One of the Cuda Motorsport cars getting out the way, and that is absolutely disastrous.
I think he made contact at the very back of his car with Chloe, I think.
It would be one heck of a net code.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it is actually. Yeah, that's it. It's Heitzma and Aftink going side by side into turn 1 and 2, and it's the Cuda Motorsport car right behind them. Oh, but Rubens does not want to stay back any longer. He's taken over the race lead and wants to have some of those points for leading a lap as well. So far, the best position for the Cuda Motorsport team. I think you may be correct. That is Ben Sieber with a meatball flag.
Oh.
As Fairweather serves his black flag. So the driver that was looking so strong and finally hoping to get a good result. And yeah, he's got 3 wheels into the pit lane. The IES purple driver has been moved up, and that's Fairweather. That's Kirchenbauer, I think. It's Kirchenbauer a Mixer. I don't know which one of them. He's actually not got any steering whatsoever, Sieber there. So I can't really blame him. That's Fairweather going up onto the track. He was on the pit entry, has moved up onto the track, and I believe that's the reason why the Vautiv car had to react in the way he did. No caution though, which is good for the race, but it is absolutely disastrous to Sieber, who's dropped 2 laps now on the race leaders at the end. It's going to be who has the fuel, who has to make that extra pit stop, that splash and dash. So I would not discount any driver that can keep their car in one piece at the moment, as we see this big gaggle of cars fighting for 6th place. That is Luke Smith, the driver that is currently on 12 laps, so he's doing it slightly worse than his teammate. And that is Micah, who was looking so good after having a slightly worse start to the race. I wonder if that's all by himself, very alone. It does the... Oh, yeah! No!
Oh, yeah.
That's how quickly it goes. I wonder if it was actually the pain or if it was... No, it's actually just on traction.
Everybody just plays it safe. I mean, if everybody's coming in, then everybody's on an even playing field. It'll basically just be a shootout straight to the end at this point. So,
oh, it's so very close on pit exit between the top three. Looks like Kirchenbauer's got it, but who has got it between Solovey and Lal? Kirchenbauer benefiting maybe a little bit from that stall at the very front, and yeah, Solovey was just ahead. So how close was that? And I doubt we've seen the last of them three fighting it out for the 4 positions. So as the safety car peels into the pit lane and we look to get going, and Kirchenbauer goes very early, trying to catch out Solovey, who's going to be under pressure straight away from Lal, as he has a little bit of a gap, though, down to his teammate, Avetink, in 4th position.
The grid has kind of reversed itself again in the case where the people at the front are back at the front, and the people who are at the back are right back where they were.
Obviously, we have no idea how much fuel these guys have. They might have underfueled ever so slightly just in case there is that other caution, so that, you know, they got the track position, because we just saw how close it was on pit exit, and, you know, it's just as close on track at the moment.
Everyone's running basically a mid-24 from first all the way to 50. Yeah, no, it's honestly amazing. It's great to see, you know, racing at the front side by side, holding hands basically through every corner, no problem.
We saw both Thomas Wright and Milan Vogelsang going side by side. We now look on the battle for 3rd between Avetink and Solovey, looking like we're closing ever so slightly to each other. Hopefully, that means that nobody has had a big incident, that it might just have been a spin. That is fair weather, in fact, so... Yeah, no, that was actually a big moment, in fact. So, yeah, lost it, hit the wall. I wonder if that was just a bit of a CBA retirement. I take that back. Fairweather did his absolute best not to cause a caution there at the very end, going completely off the track. Sieber and Vogt both with a meatball flag. As we see a couple drivers actually going into the pit, so they did not have enough fuel. Could actually as well be just a bit of a tyre change as well. On to lap 104 out of 120, and he goes as he did before, quite early. Lal has got onto the back of him somewhat, though, so he didn't fall behind as much as certain other drivers have done, as we see now Lal challenging for the lead on the outside of Kirchenbauer into 3 and 4.
That may not be what they want to do. Obviously, with the little amount of time left, those guys who pitted are flying up the field.
Oh, caution's out again! That's Kovala into the pits. I know race control does not want it to finish on the yellow, so it's going to be a very short caution. Yeah, there was contact between, like I said, a faster and a slower car. That is, I believe, Ruvers into the back of Kovala.
That's the insane prediction right there. I knew it was going to happen. Like, I mean, surely with that pace advantage, there's just going to be a huge difference in driving style and pace. And unfortunately, when those two things come together, it's usually not that great.
Who is going to bite first? Kirchenbauer will have the advantage, being the driver that is at the front of the pack. He gets to dictate when he's going to go. Lal has to get the restart of his life if he wants to stay close to him. The green flag is in the hands of the race director, and we go racing for the final lap here at Charlotte, and it's going to be fireworks all the way to the end now. He has a 3/10 gap now. Solovey on the right on the back of Lal as Heitzma and Mixer fight it out for position. He's going to get a good slipstream now, but he has to defend. That's Heitzma into the wall on the back straight. Mixer losing out positions as well. We're going to go green flag all to the end. It's Solovey on the inside of Lal, but it looks like it's going to be Kirchenbauer who takes his first victory in IES. And he's going to be a Mad Lal in 2nd place, ahead of Solovey in 3rd. Luke Smith ends up in 4th on board of Solovey, who, you know, was so close to claiming his best position. Well, this is his best position of the championship so far. He's got the inside line, but again, Lal just had the momentum around the outside and does clinch 2nd, just ahead of the Maniti driver. Jake Williams ends up 11th after being 4 laps down. So yeah, that is the contact between Mixer and Heitzma. Get another look on it, as Mixer's on the outside and Heitzma just goes into him ever so slightly, and that's his teammate Vogelsang right behind him. somehow does not get collected by it. You know, I wonder if there's... Yeah, no, he's just glued into the side of him there. All the unofficial results here for round 3 of IES. With it, and as previously said, it's Indy Kirchenbauer who takes his first victory here in IES, making the most out of his experiences at the top of oval racing, with Aman Lal taking a very solid second place. It's been a long time coming for him, and he's made the most out of it, with Kostek Solove getting his first podium of the season in third place, with Luke Smith making the most again out of the carnage in fourth position. Milan Vogelsang, who we didn't see so much about in the race, ends up in fifth position, ahead of Thomas Wright, who will gain a lot of points on his nearest championship rival, finishing in sixth position, with Pim van Gastel in seventh, ahead of Wojciech Dvorak and Ben Ford making it an 8-9. Thomas Eng, with Hayden Gullis all of a sudden. He gets the best dome head position in the race in 10th, ahead of Ewan Langley. Says he's 10th at the moment. He has a black flag, so that is going to be a bit of a time added on for him. So I think it's going to be Jake Williams in 10th. We'll say he's 11th. Merlin Bruvers did not work out the strategy for him in the end. Finishes 12th, ahead of Timo Gertz, Anthony Heitzmar, Rodin Aftink, Tibor Gilagi, Micah Mixer, Philip Kovala, Ben Sieber, and the retirements for this evening: Isaac Fairweather, Marcel Vogt, Mike Lizishnik, Kevin Miller, Kay Boutsman, Chloe Lord, Harry Ward, Franek Sikorsky, Kieran Hendricks, and Jacob Burke.